Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa.
If your mouth dey jong, you like tasty dishes, you like good food, this is the channel for you. Hello everyone, my name is Fafa and welcome to my creative cooking channel Ndudu by Fafa, where the flavors do happen, the shenanigans in the kitchen of 2019. When we talk about ingredients and enhancing the natural flavors of the ingredients, this is the channel for you.
Naturally, my recipes are inspired by my everyday experiences with different cultures. And yes, when it comes to flavors and enhancing the natural flavors of ingredients is something that I do love, especially using everyday ingredients. And with no exception, today I'm going to show you how to make the best beef short rib. It's absolutely amazing. It breaks off the bone just so, and I served it with this amazing coleslaw recipe, which will be the next recipe that I'll be featuring. Now let's start, because I'll tell you what, this is a recipe you'd have to try.
I'm ready in the kitchen, so I'm just going to take a step and a step. Listening ingredient.
So during my weekly shopping, grocery shopping may I say, I managed to get myself these amazing beef short ribs from my local butchers. They are readily available in most supermarkets, but predominantly you would find it in your local butcher. So definitely do try and get some. What I particularly love about this cut of meat is it's inexpensive, and a little does go a long way. You can follow this recipe and use it in making your pasta, your jollof rice, whatever you wish, your sandwich even, absolutely. Now I'm going to be using my Chinese 5-spice mix. Now traditionally it's made with star anise, Sichuan pepper, fennel seeds, cinnamon and cloves that are blended together. However, there's also another version which includes my holy grail, my aniseed, cardamom pods, nutmeg, cinnamon and cloves that's also been blended together. Now what that means is there are different variations. Now you will find the Chinese 5-spice mix in most supermarkets, but equally be adventurous and create your own. You can make the traditional one if you do have those ingredients, or you can improvise by using the alternative. So for this recipe, I've used the one that includes the aniseed and cardamom pods. To that, I'm going to add some freshly milled black peppercorns. Now, if I did use the one with the Sichuan pepper, I would have omitted that altogether. Next thing is I'm going to add my salt to taste. Yes, usually I don't salt my dish now, or when I'm marinating, I leave it till later. But because it's going to be slow cooked, it doesn't really matter. Next, I'm going to add my olive oil. Now that will just give it that extra moisture that it needs for me to, rub this into this meat. You want it to go into every crevice, every corner, every part of this meat, because that's the whole point of marinating this. Now, once you mix this and you cover each, including the bone, yeah, definitely. And once you've done that, you can marinate it for about an hour in the fridge, or alternatively you can leave it at room temperature for that to happen. Now this is where my clay pot comes in handy yet again. I'd leave a link to where you can buy your own clay pot in my description box, so do check it out. Now the advantage of planting your own herbs, i.e. I have got my rosemary bush in the garden, so I have unlimited access to that. So I have plucked some of the rosemary and I've laid in the bottom of my clay pot. To that, I've rested my meat on top of it, which means that all the oils can actually settle the bottom. But equally, whilst it's slow cooking, it means that the oils of the rosemary is going to infuse into the meat as well, so which gives it an incredible flavor. So preheat your oven to 130 degrees. At this point, you will notice that the oven is only 95 degrees, but it will get to that point anyway. I couldn't wait because I was hungry. And the advantage of using the clay pot is it retains the heat all the way through. So for about 3 to 4 hours, this is going to be done. So after 3.5 hours to 4 hours, this will be done. So take that out of the oven and leave it to rest for about 10 minutes. I say enamna ehome. What's stressing it out? What na kwa she oven or call la cover that the oven mak where dan to have was stress that you have na distress la no ninko poke loe woven me or eba fetching I was an ocean eba fibe de or question for about 10 minutes and like a home you bush boy she for 10 minutes. Ejake a bar relax be moisture ke flavor say fe long baba mean back oh no ninko yes. And then I make Canadian do ya not into was ya now ya no fine. So now let's see if this look you can just see how the fork just goes in. It's so easy with little pressure. Look, it's just coming off the bone. And the beauty about it is you can see that the meat's just shrank. It looked like it just shrunk. I'm like, nah, I need to give you guys a better view. And look how beautiful and pink it is inside. Look at this. Now, this is such an inspiring recipe, and I hope I have given you that reason to click the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet, and the notification button, which means that each time I do upload a video, you're notified of it. Now, look at this. It just breaks off, and it's still moist, considering I've not actually added any water or anything. This is the beauty about cooking in your clay pot as well. Look at that. Enam Allah. Una unalo bokbi. You know, this is so great. You can make your green salad and just sprinkle a little bit over it. You can make it into your sandwich, get your flatbread. I have got a flatbread recipe and I'll leave the link in the description box as well. But of course, look, I mean, look at this, look at this, look at this. Let me just say it. This is not any other food. This is Ndudu by Fafa. And then I made my own coleslaw. And I'll tell you what, my coleslaw recipe is one that you will try because it's incredible. Because even if I say so. Naturally, I served this with my coleslaw recipe, and I'll tell you what, the end result was this. The bone was all by itself, waiting, absolutely. Now, I would leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, so do follow. Yes, because it does have updates on what I do get up to, absolutely. Now, I have challenged myself to learn this new dance craze, and I know I'm not doing really great, but you know what? I've got to be persistent and consistent for me to be better, absolutely. Until next time, take care of you, be nice, be beautiful, be your gorgeous self, because you know what? I love you for you, and thank you very much for watching. Toodles.